Hey, it's Jules here with my friend Katie Walker, and we're just doing another little session of tapping tips, which the purpose of this is just to give you a bit of an idea if you've ever wondered what does an EFT session look like, what kinds of things do people tap on. We're just bringing up little examples from our own life, and sometimes we might use examples from the lives of our clients with their consent. And Katie, you've got something that you would like to tap on today that's real.
I do, Jules, and I think this might apply to a lot of people out there. So it's been school holidays. We've had our children on school holidays for the last 6 to 7 weeks, and next week we go back to school. And for a lot of people, that brings a huge amount of joy. In terms of finality of holidays and not having to worry about what goes on in holidays, that's a whole other story. But for me, I think there's a sense of apprehension just in terms of getting Ruby back into routine. And unfortunately, we've been traveling and we've been at home and had people around. So socially, we've been doing quite a bit, which has meant late nights for Rubes. My choice. I could have tried to get her staying in that same time zone for the school holidays, but it didn't happen. So my apprehension is really getting her back into a nice school routine, a nice bedtime routine. And that apprehension as I'm talking to you is actually changing to a little bit of anxiety about how that's going to work. Yeah.
Let's get tapping. So when does Ruby go back to school?
She goes back on Monday next week.
Monday next week. So thinking that you've got less than a week to turn this ship around.
Totally.
To get Ruby back into some kind of decent bedtime routine for school.
Yeah, we are going to try tonight actually. So this week, the last week, we're going to try.
Okay. And what's the emotion that floats up for you when you think about that?
Well, the more I was talking about that, it's just the anxiety is sitting in my chest. Anxiety is sitting in my chest, yeah.
Would you rate that 0 to 10 for me?
Yeah, so 6.
Yeah, okay. And what's it feel like in your chest?
There's that pressure. Oh, no, it's more of like I can't get enough air in.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, struggling to.
Okay, and have you got a recent example you can give me that we can pop in?
Oh,
something that happened recently. Last night, yeah.
So with every good intent, we were getting her ready to go to bed about 8:30, and she just kept kind of pushing it. And I said, I've got this little meditation track that I play her. That wasn't working, and it just kept going. I put some beautiful oils on her. We got to a point of tapping with her, but it was 11 o'clock, and I know I could feel the fact that she was tired, and then she was overtired, and it was just racing through her body, that amped up energy.
And nothing was working, was it? Or did the tapping work?
Well, the tapping actually did work. The tapping worked, but I don't tend to push tapping on her anymore. I allow her to ask for it, and it was like the last thing. She's like, "Mummy, can I tap now?"
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know things are desperate if she asks to tap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So thinking about last night, the anxiety is that it was 11 o'clock by the time you actually got her settled, was it? And it took a lot of kind of energy and time. And
Okay. And then just applying that to next week. If we have 11 o'clock nights for her going like a school night, having to then wake her up in the morning would be a nightmare.
Yeah. We're all concerned. Okay.
Totally.
Repeat after me, Katie.
Sure.
Even though I have this anxiety. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Thinking that next Monday. Ruby's got to go back to school. I feel a bit anxious in my chest. Thinking about last night. She was still awake at 11 o'clock.
The
The meditation didn't work. The oils didn't work.
It's probably a combination of all of them, but at that immediate stage didn't work.
Right. And she asked for tapping. And I'm just apprehensive.
I'm apprehensive.
What if it's like that next Sunday night? And I can't get enough air in my chest. But I accept myself and all my feelings. Even though I've got this anxiety.
Even though I've got this anxiety.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Remembering how bad it was last night.
Remembering how bad it was last night.
It was 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
When she finally went to sleep.
When she finally went to sleep. Way past my bedtime.
That's right. And next Monday, she's going back to school.
And next Monday, she's going back to school.
We've got to get her in a better bedtime routine.
We have to get her into a better bedtime routine.
And I'm feeling this anxiety sitting in my chest.
I feel this anxiety sitting in my chest.
It's like I can't get enough air in.
Like I can't get enough air in.
But I accept myself anyway.
But I accept myself anyway.
And all these feelings.
And all these feelings.
Even though I'm feeling this anxiety.
Even though I'm feeling this anxiety.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Thinking that next Monday is back to school.
Thinking that next Monday is back to school.
Last night she was still awake at 11 o'clock.
Last night she was still awake at 11 o'clock.
How's this going to work?
How is this going to work?
We really need to get her into a better bedtime routine.
We really need to get her into a better bedtime routine.
And I've got this anxiety sitting in my chest.
I've got this anxiety sitting in my chest.
And it's like I can't get enough air in.
Like I can't get enough air in.
But I accept myself anyway.
But I accept myself anyway.
Okay, this anxiety.
This anxiety.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
This anxiety.
This anxiety.
Thinking next Monday's back to school.
Thinking next Monday's back to school.
We haven't got long.
We haven't got long.
To get a better bedtime routine happening.
To get a better bedtime routine happening.
But I feel anxiety.
But I feel anxiety.
Thinking about last night.
Thinking about last night, 11 o'clock.
That wasn't a very good bedtime routine.
That was not a very good bedtime routine.
And I just know.
And I just know.
What she'll be like next Monday morning.
What she'll be like next Monday morning.
If that's still happening next week.
If that's still happening next week.
11 o'clock bedtime.
11 o'clock bedtime.
Oh, that makes me anxious.
That makes me anxious.
That's way past my bedtime.
That's way past my bedtime.
Feeling this anxiety in my chest.
Feeling this anxiety in my chest.
Like I can't get enough air in.
Like I can't get enough air in.
Feels like I can't get enough air in.
Feels like I can't get enough air in.
This anxiety in my chest.
This anxiety in my chest.
Can't get enough air in.
Can't get enough air in.
Thinking about back to school next week.
Thinking about back to school next week.
We've got to get a better bedtime routine.
We've got to get a better bedtime routine. That has certainly come down, and as we were tapping, I'm thinking, okay, we've got a week,
Right.
which is great, and she's well aware of it. So tonight we'll start on a positive note. I might just start the bedtime routine at 7:30, allowing for an hour of pushback, and I'll have some beautiful oils burning, and I might do a tap with her straight away rather than leaving it to that. That it's
desperate last minute measures.
Totally, absolutely, and just do some deep breathing and some reassuring and resourcing for her, so she feels more settled. And the other thing we've said to her is no screen time after a certain, we've said 6 o'clock,
right?
And so for that next hour and a half to 2 hours, reading, playing, just calming stuff.
Yeah,
so we've got some strategies.
Okay, so 6 out of 10. What's it feel like now? How anxious do you feel now?
It's probably a 2 or 3. Yeah. So I will keep probably tapping on that to bring it down.
Much better. How good is it to be a tapper as a mother?
Love it.
Where would you be without it?
It's just incredibly beneficial. So I do know that is reassuring, knowing that I've got that as well. And if I tap on myself, that is likely to have an impact on her as well.
Excellent. All right. Thanks
you
for giving us a very relevant current example.
Thank you.
I don't have that problem anymore.
Thanks, love.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.